If you've resolved not to listen or see us in the new year, you've already broken that resolution. This is Airhamptons with Bridget and Bill. I am the Bill part.
And I am, I think, the Bridget part.
The big unpaid Bill part.
I want to be Bill in the new
no,
year.
you don't. No, you really don't. And it is the new year, and we have a very special guest at the end of the show. I'm dressed in purple. If you're listening to this on WLIW NPR, we have
Oprah is going to be on the show.
Because the show is all about what's new. Obviously, the default show title for anything in January is, you have resolutions. What are you going to do? We're talking about starting over, and Oprah is not starting over, but she does have a new version of The Color Purple that came out on Christmas Day, and this month will begin streaming somewhere. And so we had a chance through a little roundtable that I do to ask her a question about the new year and also about Steven Spielberg and the original Color Purple. So at the end of the show...
Speaking of The Color Purple, you're very purple. You're like Barney the dinosaur purple.
Yes, thank you.
Can you sing I Love You?
No, not with any believability, obviously.
And we're going to talk about some New Year's resolutions.
Starting over and New Year's resolutions, but who's on the show today?
Well, we have Michael Kilcoyne, who's a filmmaker and has this amazing new podcast called How to Life, which we all need to know in the new year. And we have
Some assembly required in life.
Yeah,
so this is the how-to.
Yes. Yeah. And we have Sharon Daphner Bakes of Sag Harbor, who has a company called Healing in the Hamptons. She does all kinds of really cool stuff, helps people kind of get in touch with their inner self and catapult them to the next level. So we're really looking forward to having her on the show. But first, we have Sharon Daphner Bakes from Healing in the Hamptons. I've been to some of her wonderful circles and things like that, and she is going to talk to us about starting over in the new
need
year.
healing. Yeah, welcome.
You need all kinds of healing, not just sexual.
Now I see you brought, for those listening can't see this, you brought a crystal. Do you believe in the power of
Excuse me, I also brought a crystal.
Oh, really?
I saw your crystal. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, hi. Thank you so much for having me on.
My
Thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah.
No, we heard you.
We just want to make sure that you're close enough to.
Thank you.
So tell us a little about Healing in the Hamptons.
Yeah, sure. So
we need healing out here.
Yeah, sure do.
You must be working 24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wonderful. You know what's different about doing what I'm doing now? I transformed my whole life over 10 years ago. And
tell us what.
Yeah,
maybe
what was
go
the
back.
inciting incident there?
I had cervical fusion on my neck, and before I had that operation with a fantastic surgeon, I was receiving energy healing from a local practitioner, and things just became so painful that I knew I had to do the surgery.
Were you in an accident, or was this prompted by something? Or
just a ski accident.
Wow.
And all this degeneration in my neck caused a lot of pain and just, neuropathy in my hands.
Wow.
And it really was the gift. What I found out when I went to the school, Barbara Brennan School of Healing Science, was our wounds are our gifts.
Right.
They're our gifts to heal. And sometimes it's quite literally. This was my gift. I got out of jail. It was like that get out of jail free card from corporate America.
That's
because my soul was literally like crying. So I basically had a chance to just convalesce, and I finally got some guidance. I mean, I was somebody who was just really wound up, type A, push
Doing
mode.
what professionally before all this?
I was doing corporate benefits, employee benefits. So I was in New York City, and I was just working with people in finance and HR, and I loved it. It was great because I love people. I love connecting with people, feeling people, and really helping. So this is service. But then I knew I was out of alignment. I'm going to use this kind of thing because this is called Hara.
She's pointing at her face and her body.
So this is an intention, and I was split. And I felt that in my body, but I didn't know any of it. I was just like your average type A woman in push. Yeah. And I had gotten married.
Reduced to type A minus, maybe. You weren't your 100%.
Yeah. And I really unraveled a lot of that personality. Didn't serve me, Bill.
But can I ask you something, Sharon? Which is, so you go through this healing, you go through the surgery as well. What made you want to kind of turn it and share the light with other people? And did you discover that you had a talent for this? I mean, how did you?
Yeah, so through this transformation of really uncovering who am I, that uncovering comes from really the blocks that existed within me, like energy blocks that kept me from knowing who I truly was and living from my higher gifts. And it's a process, and that's what energy healing does. It actually helps us move the blocks that we've had for generations and for the decades of our lives.
I want to just touch on something because I was thinking of this actually, of talking to you about this morning. Do you believe, I believe, that everyone has the ability to become their own healer?
Yes.
Everybody can learn these tools. There's not like some guru on a mountain who's got it and you don't. We all have this
That's such
ability.
a great question.
Right? There
We
was
do.
I didn't put a question mark at the end, but you know that's a question. So, yeah.
Absolutely, and that's what I learned because I didn't I didn't come into this world with I see people and I have my great aunt, Gertie, and walking around telling me things. But there was a deep inner knowing that I was really missing something big in my life, and that was me. So I just kept on following, like what I learned was guidance and an inner knowing. And yeah, this is developed skill. As Barbara says, we all have this gift to heal. Healing comes from within.
So it was a
Yeah.
happy accident or out of something bad that
Yes.
something good came for you.
Absolutely.
A happy ski accident.
Yeah, I was in Aspen going down that fast mountain, Ajax Mountain. I had no business in spring skiing, and then my skis just stopped, and the rest of me
geez.
kept on going.
Oh, my goodness.
Ended up in Vale. No.
Yeah, I ended
pretty
up
far.
in Vail.
Did you ski again ever? Have you skied?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
good.
So the injury didn't stop me because I didn't even know I had it, and it just
Wow.
accumulates. So it's like stenosis.
Acupuncture believes in this whole thing about
Absolutely.
energy being
Yeah.
blocked and how your left side of your body can be out of phase with your right side.
Right.
So
And the left side is the feminine side
Feminine.
of receiving.
Right.
So-
and then masculine.
And the
is
masculine is
giving.
action, doing. And a lot of women, we've been in
Explains a
push,
lot.
our whole lives. And it's coming into kind of the balance of receiving, too.
So what do you do with Healing in the Hamptons? I mean,
So my love is to teach.
Right.
I love teaching workshops, classes. I've done a lot on Zoom because of COVID.
Yeah.
And it's really opened me up, and I love doing one-on-one work. So I have classes and I have workshops, and I'm actually offering a journey in the coming year for women who are breaking open to their higher gifts. I don't know if you probably have a lot of friends who will be like, I just feel something is
do you
coming
see
in.
any higher gift in Bridget? Do you have any feeling for anything going on in there?
Oh, yes. You live from your core essence.
try when I have some.
Do. And it's palpable. And when you walk into a room and you feel the warmth and their open heart, but it's this essence. This is your light within. And actually, this is truly how we start to transform our lives, is learning how we can just live more authentic. And I'm pointing here because your light lives deep within. And it may be what we call shrouded from past life experiences. And with energy healing, it truly is training to become really embodied.
I try to shroud her as much as I can. But
Yeah,
she-
well, I was gonna say, well, what
she
about this
punches
guy? What
through.
about Bill?
Well,
I mean,
first of
I have a
all-
wide open heart,
No, let me-
and I come from my core essence.
Okay.
Tell me about
Dude,
McCuddy.
your
I'm
higher
going in.
gifts
I'm
are
going in next
your
week to get
fifth
a heart.
chakra.
But I don't remember before you analyzed me. I was in advertising for a long time, so I have no backbone.
No background.
It's
Well, we
gone.
can fix that right up.
With a little bit
You'll
of
find
energy
one?
healing.
And you
With a
talked about
microscope.
intentions for
Yes,
the new year.
yeah.
And there's something that I learned, and I love to teach this.
I like the word
anywhere.
intention much better than resolution.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it has tension in it.
It
Well,
does.
we're going to get rid of that
Okay.
tension. But it's about learning how to become really embodied and grounded. Now, I'm someone who lives with some level of like what I would call anxiety, and I had a hard time grounding into my life. I didn't even know that though until I changed my life. But it's about taking the fingers, bringing them down below your navel, and feeling deeply into this point of power called the Tantian. It's
Right, Tantian.
a
It's
martial
Tai
arts,
Chi, yeah.
yes, and bringing alignment through intention into a very peaceful dimension. And this is how we can live our lives, and that can include losing weight.
Yeah.
It can include anything.
Or dealing with past trauma, anything that's going to clear your channels,
To
right?
be here in the present moment.
Yeah.
I noticed throughout this whole conversation that your body language is about core. For
Yes.
people who are listening to this rather than watching it, you are constantly referencing
Yes.
the midpoint of your body. And is that the source of all of our energy?
Oy vey, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
so I have a
that's-
lot of energy. I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do. And, you know, again, higher qualities, creativity, sixth chakra, your voice, clearly your communications is what I see in you. And
Yeah.
Thank you.
same thing for you, Bridget. But- so I'm offering a women's journey. Actually, it will be starting very soon. So I invite anyone who's still interested and wants to learn more.
What's
to
your
my
website?
It's healinginthehamptons.com. So,
Right.
of course, www. And
Yeah.
just how it sounds, healinginthehamptons.com. And there's so many of us breaking open to our higher gifts. The people who never thought in a million years that they had higher gifts, but now something's coming in. It could be vision, it could be hearing, it could be just direct knowing. And we want to know, how can I really play it forward in my life and live from my gifts? That's what each of us is here to fulfill our
Gifts
true
are
purpose.
gifts different than passions? Could we know our passion but not have any idea what our gift is, or the other way around?
I think by gift
question.
you're referring more to, and I don't want to say like psychic, but you mean the gifts that intuition, like
Exactly.
intuitive gifts.
Yes.
So, and that we all have the ability to tap into all of those things. I mean,
Exactly.
that's what our
Except
dreams
I
are.
didn't see that until you explained it. So
Oh, there you
apparently
go.
I'm bad.
Well, you're just very old
Well, thank you
fashioned.
very
you're
much.
you're so
Absolutely.
2023, Bill.
And that's what fulfillment is, when we live for those gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Well,
Pleasure.
but you know, you can't
joy.
have it all the time. I mean, you can have it all the time if you're in a profession like yours, but you know, life comes
Oh.
in. And we're going to talk with Mike Kilcoyne about how to life. But
Exactly.
you know, I mean, I have days and days, and you know, I'm trained in shamanism and all this stuff, and I have days where I do not call upon my gifts. I am just, you know, looking straight ahead. I'm on a path, and you know,
And so do I too.
yeah.
You don't know the
same
martial arts
exact
stuff
thing.
she's talking about,
I
do you?
do. I'm a Tai Chi instructor. God, you don't know
I gotta
me
be
at
much.
all.
I gotta be much
Yeah,
nicer
you know,
to you.
it's all beautiful. Everything accumulates into where we are now, and we get there on divine timing. So just trusting wherever you are, you know, and
He's scared of us because we both know Tai Chi, and he should be.
It's so powerful.
Okay, whatever you guys want.
Thank you. And so I'm going to just wave my magic
show us what you've got.
pendulum and tell you that you're beautifully aligned. Your
that's a nice one.
energies clockwise.
Wow,
look at you. I'm putting you into a trance, aren't I?
Kind of.
Yeah.
No, but this is your.
So there's
this
a
is your
crystal
field.
going clockwise right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, and this beautiful rose quartz crystal.
Yeah.
And then, and that's amethyst. You've got a beautiful amethyst.
Yeah. So just like I just brought this
amethyst
here
heart.
to
It's the
support
shape
me,
of a heart
to
for those
support
of you who are listening.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crystal heart.
Yeah.
is.
It's
It is. It's
lovely.
A
beautiful.
heart of stone. I think I dated her in high school.
Sure. And what's her name? Amethyst.
I wonder if she's healing
or
now.
crystal.
She better not be.
So
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Sharon. It's
we
been
feel
much.
enlightened just sitting here.
Thank you.